Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create this dynamic Excel dashboard from the scratch. So what we have right here is just this to filter where is the max sales and where is the mean sales with ease for the clients or for our bus. It is highly dynamic and you see everything changes every single time I apply the filter. I'm going to actually let you know how to create all this. What this actually does is this: if I remove my filter, you see this number goes away. That is how it is. If I apply the filter back again, you see it came back. It as well appears right here. It depends on whatever I selected. So what it's actually trying to do right now is that the customer we have overall is actually 166, but with based on the filter selected, we just have 8 customers. So and if we remove it, we just have this. So we can actually build this in just a few minutes. So let me show you how to do that. Now first of all, what we have right here is just a drop down we created from this go to data, and when you click on data validation, so this is what you have right here: mean sales, max sales, and select. So I close. So I named this range to be called choose. So let's begin. So the first thing first is for you to go to our back end and actually pick our data from here. Go to insert and insert pivot table. Then you choose the existing worksheet. So I'm going to choose right here. So right now I'm going to zoom to let you see it in the full screen. So it will be very nice for people using mobile phone. Exactly, this is what I have. So the first thing we need is just the month. So we need the revenue. So right now we need to create extra column called highlights. So it's gonna be max, then mean. So before we actually work on the highlight, what we need to do is to work on the max and the mean first. So I'm gonna say equal to if max. So if this is our range, so I'm gonna have to close it. So what I need to do is to lock it down. So your F4 will do that. So mine is not working, so you can easily do that with your F4. So I'm gonna have this particular dashboard right under this very video, so download it. So if this range, help me select the if this range is selected, please extract the max. So that is what I wanted. So now if this is true, so I want you to actually give me this. So if it is not, I want to give me just NA, which is not available. So have it closed, then I'm gonna hit enter. So what I'm gonna do is for me to just drag this down to the last one. So I'm gonna expand this. So here is where we have our max. So I'm gonna have to click on this and go back to the top and click on this design, then go to the grand total. So I'm gonna turn it up because I don't need this. Now to do the mean, what I'm gonna do is just to copy this from here, so I must make sure it's looking at the right place. So this is mean. So what I need to do right now is just to change this to mean. So once I hit enter, I can as well drag this down. So this is where I have my mean. So this is the minimum sale while this is the maximum sale. So in order to have our chart created and switch it dynamically, what we need to do right now is to use this function, same function again. If choose is equal to max sales. So if this is equal to max sales, if that is true, what you need to do is I want you to give us this. So I'm gonna take it to the top one. So else if choose is equal to mean sales, So we want you to give us this particular range. So else it is not, what we need is just the end error. So I close it. So I'm gonna hit enter. So I have the end error right now. So where we have, because we have the mean selected, so we have this. So let us go back to the dashboard and see what we have. So the mean cell is selected, so I'm gonna select this max cells right now. If we come back here, we have it switched. So if we select nothing, like we just select this select, there is nothing being selected right here. So now what we need to do is just to select the mean or the max, whatever. So the next thing we're going to do right now, we don't want to have these two columns. We want to actually take these two columns off, but to do that, all we need to do is just to click on this and copy this. Just copy, come back right here and locate where we have our max. So this is the max, and here we're gonna click on it and actually drop this right here. So I'll hit enter. Do the same thing to this again. Copy this. So come down right here and choose this very cell that refers to it. So we'll have to lock it down. So now we can now click on this and bring it down. So this is correct. So it's not more looking at this particular range again. So we can now delete, and it looks fine. So now it is time to get our chart ready. So no matter what we do right now, if we try to create our chart, the pivot tables chart is going to come up, so it's not going to work that way. So what we need to do is just to actually create another helper column that helps us to create our chart right here. So I'm going to say equal to this header right here, and equal to the header on top, and equal to this header. So here is what I have. I'm gonna actually drag it down. So exactly. So I'm gonna be formatting this particular number right here to be something different. That is what I need to show. So I right click and I go to number formatting. I just format cells. So where is our number formatting right here? So we don't see that. So I'm gonna control 1. So now number formatting, so I'm going to go to custom. So already I have it right here, so you can copy my style, so which is this. So it's just going to show me in this particular million. So this could be just anything like this. So now this is cool. So right now I'm going to create my chart with this. So I'm going to highlight everything and go to the tab and click on insert. And now this time around I'm going to insert a line chart. Okay, before that, yeah, we've had this selected, so I'm going to go back to this. Okay, yeah, we are selecting, yeah, we have something selected. So now that we have something selected, we don't want to place any filter, so I'm going to remove this filter right here. So no filter on it, so that everything will be alright. So now go back again and select the whole range. So go to insert and insert your line chart. So I'm going to insert this line chart right here. So I have gotten this line chart, so I'm going to remove this and have to remove this. So now we need to click on this and bring up our data label. So here is what we have. So right now I'm going to change it to the type of chart we want to use for this. So I go to the top and delete. So I select my type of chart. Here we go. So I remove this. So right now, if we can see, we've just gotten the type of chart we really want to use for this. So I'm going to actually cut from here and take it to the dashboard and let's see what we have if it matches. So I'm going to widen this. So we're going to see now every single time I select mean, we have it to actually come to the mean, like what we have right here. If we select nothing, which is just keep on select, so we see nothing. So we're going to select the max right now or wherever. So what we need to do to have a chart just like this, we need to actually click on this and right click and just go to this format data series. So from there we're going to click on this and we'll go to grid line. So from grid line I'm going to remove this. So I'm going to have this and actually give it a very nice color. So we can use something, okay, can use something like this color. So we use something like this color. So here we go and some kind of use the black color for it. So we have almost something that's similar to, so we're gonna give it a smooth line. So you see we have almost the same thing. So I'm gonna go to this top and go to and actually make this to be on the background. So I choose this background for it and I make it to be on white. So I have it bold. So this time around I'm going to come back right here. I still haven't it selected and I'm going to click on show label line. So now the category name is what I want on it, and I'm going to show this on the next line, new line. So it's nice to have you. So now we're going to actually make sure this is going to be on above. So exactly this is what it is. So if I now just bring this down a little bit, and now if we compare what we have right here with what we have right here, now it's just almost the same thing. So I can select the mean, it highlights the mean for us. This is how dynamic this could look like. So this is just number one aspect of it. I'm going to delete because we've achieved this already. So now the next thing to do is just to achieve this particular aspect of this. So what do we do to achieve this? So what we need to do is just to go back to our data sets. Right now here we are. So we don't need any of this again. So I'm gonna actually come down right here and go to my database. So select insert and existing. Here we go. So what we're trying to actually analyze right here is based on the sales reps and is based on sales rep and revenue. So we turn it to percentage. So go back right here and we pick on the sales reps and we pick on revenue and we drag the revenue for the second times. So now we actually try to default this to what, right click and actually show value as percentage of grand total. So we can reduce the decimal from here. So we got it. So now the next thing I'm going to do right now is to work on this decimal, right? So it's going to be equal to this and this. So we drag this down. So exactly. So right now we need to actually have this to a helper column. So just like so a helper column is going to be equal to 1 minus this. So this is what we have. So we've created our helper column. So right now it is time for we to create the chart, the kind of chart we want. So we select on that and we actually click on insert and we insert this donor chart right here. So here we go. So we can remove this away from here. So let's see what this represents. So this actually represents your 80%, which is now 14%. So out of 100%, how much is left? Like we out of 100%, when we minus 14.9% from 100%, this is what we have. So right now we're going to turn this one to that color. So right, I'm going to right click and format data point. So come right here make it more smaller exactly. So select this and go to this part of it. So make sure you're selecting this particular one. So go to fill and change this to just something like this. So give this a nice color you really think it can actually fit in wherever. So now here is what we've gotten. If I take this off, minimize it, I'm gonna cut it away from here and take it to my dashboard. So let's see what we have right here, how it fits in. So with some kind of trying to do some formatting again, click on this. Okay, fine. Make sure you have the inner aspect of it being clicked, which is this particular aspect being clicked. So unclick on this, so we can choose this color for it. So right now, this time around, we're going to remove the fill. We said we click on this whole aspect, so we said no fill. So the border, we go and remove the border, no border. So right now, here is what we have, just like what we have right here. So we can just crank this up a little bit. So click on it and make sure you have this, so fits in. So this is how dynamic this could actually look. So we don't want this exactly, so we're gonna remove it away from here. So now how do we get this and how do we get this and this? So those are from this particular name, and we choose from here to be that. So now this is what you just need to do to get this. So just come right here and select this particular, go to from insert, and you need to insert this and click on this, and here we go. So this is what we have right here right now, because we have this one clicked. So if I click on equal to right here and go back to my back end, I can actually pick this, not the helper but this. So when I hit OK, so this is what I have. I turn it to whatever I want. That is how nice this could look like. So the next thing is just for we to actually do the category, which is very simple, the most simplest aspect of it. So I'm gonna click on this and actually go right here, insert, and it's up here table. So the existing one, so I'm gonna place it right here. So now I have this closed, and I'm gonna go to we are trying to analyze the category, so by revenue. So we see our revenue right here. So here we go. So it is very simple. This time around, we're going to use building the pie chart from our pivot table. So we have this selected. So this is what we need to get. So we don't want any of this. So the category, we're going to put this off. Just turn this off and turn this off. So we cut this away from here. So if we look at what we have right here, this is how it looks. So it's out of the color, right? So what we need to do is just for we to actually bring this and say no fill, no fill. So right now we don't have any fill on it. So we just want to make sure it looks just exactly what we have right here. So I'm going to actually have to expand. So now we click on the color and give it the color that we feel like it is gonna fit in. So what about this color? Exactly. So this is how we've just gotten this, just like this. So I'm gonna cancel out, and I've almost shown you all that you need to know about this. So the next thing is just for we to get this particular aspect. So the year is simply just the way we got this, and this is this. So how we get this customer dynamically, every single time we play the filter, maybe we want to go to 2020, so we see how many customer we have in 2020, how to get this dynamic aspect of it. So if I select on a particular product right here right now, it counts to 2 products being selected, and I have 32 products. As you can see, I have this product being selected automatically. So if I clear the filter, I have this. So let's see how to get this dynamically done. So I go back to my dashboard, sorry, my data sets, and I'm going to go back to my backend. This time around I'm not going to create something new. So what I have dropped is this customer right here. So I drop it in the raw level. So what I did is, after I dropped it, I need to count it. So I use count A to count the whole range. So, and I -1 to actually take the top header of it. You understand? Okay, sorry, I need to actually place 2 right here because I haven't that entered. So if you understand what I'm trying to do right now is this: we have this total customer be on top of it to show that we have total customer right here. So for that we need to actually -2 because they are not our customer. This is the header, this is just a description. So now that we have just counted it, I want to show every single time a filter is being placed. Like if I click on this particular one now, it shows that I'm selecting just 2 products, right? So now the reason why that is happening that way is because I've not really done this -2 from here. So let's see why we place -2. Just because we have this particular header, and as well we have that this one that explains that we are selecting the total products. So right now what I did right here to get this particular dynamically done is this: we want that every single time we select a particular product. So if I click on my control right now and select more products, so what we're going to have is that we have 4 products being selected out of 34 products. So we go back to the back end, we see 4 being selected. So let's see what the magic that happens right here. First of all, I'm going to clear my filter. No more filter. So right now, here we go. Count A does it for us. So if I put a highlight, it highlights it. So right now I now return back here. I have this to be static. So I was like, okay, now that this is static, I want to give me between this, so how much had been subtracted from it. So every single time a subtraction is being made, so it's like, okay, this is static, but this gotta change every single time a filter is being placed. So this particular account, it counts how many products are being shown up right here. Can you see that? So now we have 33 of these products being shown right here. So once the filter is being placed, I place the condition right here. Like, can you see this? So what it's actually doing is this: I was like, equal to if this particular aspect here is greater than is okay. Let me show you what it is. Now it's very simple. So now it's like, if that this is y3 is less than 0, sorry, it's greater than 0. Now we have it 0. If it is greater than 0, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 10. So it should subtract whatever we have right there. It should show me what we have right there to be this. I don't really know if you understand what I'm trying to say right now. Now we go back to the back to the dashboard, and I place a filter on it, and I come back to the back end. I see this. So this is 34. Why? Is because we are trying to like use this, we are trying to subtract 1 from 34 that we have as our whole product. So once we have that, so it's going to show us, like, now I'm going to do that for you. Let's just see if this particular aspect is greater than 0. So I want you to display whatever we have right here for me. So give me this, so else just give me something empty. So now it's giving me this. So if I actually go back and place and remove the filter from here, come back to the back end right now. So what I have what I just wrote here to be this up here. That is how we actually did that. So now this is the card is very easy to be created. So it's just a normal card. So now to create this kind of card, just come to insert and insert its shape. So inside this shape, right click and go right here and format your shape to whatever you like. So you can click on this and choose as many colors as you want. So I use just 2 colors for this. So you can click on this color and make sure you actually get what you want. So this is how I got my card. So we're not selecting the same color though, but this is how the card is being selected. So you can just select any color you want. So that is how dynamic this code look like. So the next thing we're gonna look at is this particular shape right here. It's just normal shape, just like what we have right down, you know. So we draw some circle on it exactly. So we bring this from our backend right here. So we just does this. So you can see you will try to get it on a quarterly basis. If I go down show list, so what we're gonna have is this quarter, and we have the revenue, and we try to show that right here. So now after the whole stuff, we try to connect the our slicers in it. So and we formatted our slicers to just be like what we want. So right now if we select, and we're selecting beer, and those are all the beers we have. So if I select alcoholic wine, so those are all the alcoholic wine, and the non-alcoholic wine, those are all the non-alcoholic one we've just gotten. So that is how dynamic and simple this could be. So I believe I've just given you a sense of how to actually do this and create this part of chat that I've just created. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you staying right here with me. Please do subscribe and let me know what you feel about this tutorial.